I mean, some animators seem to feel safe where they are. You know, they say they will never make the crossover into animation, to which I say they already are. Meta has just introduced Make a Video, and they're not doing this by innovating. They're doing it by sucking up millions of videos and letting the deep learning do what it does. It's not particularly innovative. I won't lie, the results they have with this new beta are pretty bad, but it will get better. Meta created Make a Video by scraping the entire Shutterstock archive, watermarks and all, over 10 million proprietary video clips with no consent or fees. And they are following OpenAI's terrible example with this. They've almost kind of got permission to do this kind of bad behavior because of OpenAI. So I don't think artists should feel safe. I think artists need to start engaging in this problem that is sweeping the internet, because it's going to invade all areas of creativity. The situation is as bad as I'm making it sound. We cannot give up though, because as bad as it is, it can get a lot worse from here if we don't hit the brakes on this train. The situation is hopeless. No, this has just started. Remember, I linked to you these crowdfunders. They are on their way to being funded, but they need your help. They need your contribution. So anything you can afford, you know, even if it's a $5 donation or something really small, it all adds up. And then when you're looking back 50 years from now, you can say that you helped to solve this. You helped to save art. Next steps. So we need to make AI art a taboo. Do not use AI image generators. I know it can be tempting for some of you because it's curiosity, but don't use them. Support real artists. If you know that an artist that you follow has a Patreon page, give them a little something, you know, help them, because they are going through hard times right now because of this. Their own artwork is being used against them. Give them funding on Patreon, fund their Kickstarters, give them a tip if they have some kind of virtual tip jar, share their work, support fundraisers, class action lawsuits and protests, and above all, keep making art. You cannot let this stop you, guys. And this brings me on to hope. Do I have any? Well, my gut feeling is that this new wave of software is not all it's cracked up to be. I expect an S-curve in innovation as the novelty of this software wears off. I mean, what you're seeing right now is like a really, like some of the images being shared would not actually be popular images unless the whole meta-narrative of AI art was there to kind of hold them up. It's a bit like the child drawing thing. If a child holds up an artwork and says, I drew this, and it's like a half decent drawing, like everyone applauds, everyone loves it. But if an adult holds up the same drawing, no one notices. And it's the same thing with AI. It's like, wow, that's especially good considering that it was made by an AI. This is an S-curve, and this is actually something we see a lot in the technology space. The start of this curve is an exponential curve, and it looks like it's never going to stop. Like when you hit the middle here, you just think it's going to go through the roof. You can tell the developers of these software like just think that the sky's the limit. They think it's never going to stop. They're never going to face any tech hurdles. While it's true that like this can skyrocket for a long time, the interest and buzz runs out eventually. People start to realize that like what they're seeing is just kind of fake. It's not real. It's not wholesome. Right now they're really floored by the beauty of some of these images. What they're really stunned by is actually just a kind of distorted reflection of human art that they haven't seen before. You have a lot of different technologies that do adhere to this kind of curve, this kind of taper off in interest. Smartphones, they stopped innovating smartphones years ago. Social media platforms, they're all getting to be the same now. They're not actually branching out in the way that you would hope. NFTs, that thing's dying, man. It's dead. You can think of other fads and fashion trends as well, which they have their time and then they taper out because there's nothing of substance there, guys. The thing is, we can all see that there's very little substance in these prompted images. And there is so much substance in human-made art. Human-made art will outlast this trend. That's my conviction anyway. Digital art will be permanently scarred from this new tech though. The open source release made sure of that. I don't want to leave you satisfied with a happy ending because the struggle is not over. We must take action. There's a lot we need to do to save our creative industries. It started with digital art, but it won't end with digital art. Things can get a lot worse from here if we all stay passive. Luckily, we have the power to affect what happens in the future. Look, if we raise hell right now, we hold protests, we do boycotts, we file class action lawsuits and we fund those class action lawsuits, if we keep educating people and keep hosting discussions around this, then the AI theft and abuse will be slowed down and maybe even stopped. Right? And maybe even reversed back. They say it's not possible to reverse this stuff because it's trained, but I can see ways that they could, at least for the majority of people. Now there will always be these open source AIs that will be pushed underground as kind of like a bit like pirated movies, but the mainstream will adopt a more responsible and ethical AI if that is what the courts rule. The arrows are pointing in the direction of the destruction of the art industry and the abortion of great future art. There's a lot of human artwork that is yet to be made. It's going to come out in 5, 10 years, 20 years from now. And I believe that we are responsible right now for allowing that art to have a chance. And the way we do that is by raising hell. We do not give up. We do not become apathetic. We do not become nihilists. We have to hope. We have to hope. And throughout all of this, don't ever stop expressing yourself. People who think I'll never be as good as what AI can produce, you always had a superior in art. There was always someone better than you. When you stepped into this, you weren't the best, and you probably knew realistically that you were never going to be the best. There's always a bigger fish, and you didn't let that stop you before. And nothing has changed in that regard. There's still artists, human and AI, that are producing artwork that's better than you. There will continue to be exciting opportunities for artists, just like you. You don't have to be the best at something to contribute to the medium. You don't have to be top dog to have a voice and to get a lot out of the art experience, the creative experience. We will keep facing struggles, but we will face them together. You've got me. I am here. I'm not going away. I'm not going anywhere. I'm keeping on. Business as usual. Nothing's changing for me. My plans are the same. Hosting the Animator Guild short film contest coming up this year changes nothing. Many more events after that I've got planned as well. I have a lot of plans in the works. Business as usual, guys. We keep creating. We keep doing our thing. We're not letting something like this stop us. And I also want to bring you to this concept that I've been toying with, the way of the artist. I think of real artists, we can ask ourselves, what would Master Kim want? He died recently, God rest his soul. I think he would tell us to keep drawing and to enjoy the process. He wouldn't want us to stop. He wouldn't want any of us, whether we're on day 1 or day 1 million of our art journeys, he wouldn't want any of us to quit because of some kind of external circumstance. Or Bob Ross, I can only guess at what Bob Ross would say, but I think he would just remind us that we're each very special, and he would encourage us to stay calm and experience the joy and adventure of painting. When I thought of that, I wrote this small thing and see what you think. Image making is merely the surface of what an artist does. Art is a way of life. It's a method of observation and of conversation. We document what is happening in a way that words cannot. We make art to deepen our understanding of all things. We keep ourselves open to what we are feeling and put those emotions into our images. Creative work presents challenges, and facing those challenges makes us grow stronger. I do not envy those who have hacked their way to a result. They are missing out on so much joy. Now that we're at the end of the video, I want to remind you about the different places you can go to help the cause, to take these legal issues to the highest authorities in the world, which is exactly what we need to defend artists' rights right now. This is what's needed of us. The situation requires each of us to step up and play our part and do our bit to protect our medium and all of the hard-working individuals that we benefit from in our medium. They need our help now, and we are privileged because we can do something about it. New Discord group as well. I am planning on setting up a new Discord group. We need volunteers, and we are also looking for artists who have been exploited, and we are going to try and help as many artists as possible. We need to come together as a community, guys. I can't do this all on my own. I need your help. But as a community, we are powerful and strong when we come together. So the link to that will be in the description, where we tackle this problem. I'm talking about inventive solutions. We need to be more creative than the prompters here, guys, because we're artists. Creativity is what we do. That's the end of the video. I hope this gave you food for thought. I'm gonna go back to making my animation now. Goodbye.